Hi there. This is a compilation of a bunch of different shorts I made talking about a bunch of shiny Pokemon. Sit back and relax, I guess. Let's get into it.
The sightly world of shiny psychic Pokemon. Reuniclus looks really nice and you can see it best in game. A lot of people don't like Espeon's shiny, but come on, it's not that bad. For whatever reason, Weirdeer adopts Stantler's disgusting green color for its shiny. Espathra goes through an emo phase. Wait, no, it's not a phase. Mewtwo strangely gets a green, but it still looks pretty good. Alakazam just kind of finds a cool purple shirt. Execute's pretty iconic with its gold color. A random trainer even has one in the Alola games. Gardevoir's really cool, and I'm not gonna let any of you weirdos ruin that for me. Now lastly, Bryson. Allegedly, he's a psychic type, and this is what his shiny looks like. Pokestar Studios is weird, man.
The dazzling world of shiny Dark-type Pokemon.
Houndoom turns significantly less intimidating. Tyranitar doesn't change that much, but it still looks really nice. Absol looks really nice with a new red tone. I love Absol, look at his plushie. You know how a lot of fire types get blue fire? Do you count Zorua? Or his head, at least? Not a lot of people talk about Nickit, but it has a pretty good shiny. Sandile looks just like Lucario. Luxray isn't a dark type, but it should be, so here he is. Sableye looks kinda gross, but when a Mega evolves, it gets a Minecraft Emerald. Niascarad, that doesn't change very much, but I think it looks okay. And Obstagoon joined Zygarde in the Toothpaste Club. Why is this a common theme?
The poignant world of shiny poison Pokemon. Arbok gets a rather intimidating gold appearance, reminiscent of real-life King Cobras. Nidoking gets a gorgeous blue color, and Nidoqueen gets a color. Grafaiai becomes a whole mixture of colors, fitting for an artist such as themselves. Dragalge trades out its red kelp for the significantly more common green kelp. Still looks pretty cool though. Shiny Poipole looks exactly like this new 2DS model. Revavroom gets a golden paint job. Coughing looks a bit less gross, and I can't look at it without thinking of Chugaconroy. Seviper gets a really weird and non-cohesive color scheme. Both amped and low-key Toxtricity look pretty nice, but one is better than the other. And our boy Trubbish goes from a green trash bag to a black trash bag. Give him a round of applause, folks. The satisfying world of shiny steel Pokemon. Shiny Bisharp with a deep blue looks really nice, and when it evolves into King Gambit, the colors turn even more bold. Skarmory almost looks like it's become worn down, fitting considering it's a physical wall. Honedge looks like it would steal my soul if I touched it. Well, yeah, I mean, that is what it does, I guess. Galarian Meowth's shiny is reminiscent of Meowth's standard colors, but it doesn't look very good. Mawile gets a nice purple maroon color, but its Mega makes it so much more vibrant. Orthworm gets one of the best shinies in Scarlet and Violet. Metagross is considered one of the best shinies out there, and Steven has one. Genesect's Striking Red is borderline iconic. Now, shiny Registeel is very interesting, considering steel doesn't oxidize. Copper does. So that must mean that shiny Registeel in particular is a different material from regular Registeel. The immaculate world of shiny Ice-type Pokemon. Weavile gets a really nice looking pink. Mamoswine gets a pretty odd looking green, but it fits with its design. Aurorus is a very elegant Pokemon with a gorgeous shiny color. Crabominable might be one of the worst things ever conceived, but I guess its shiny's not so bad. Galarian Darumaka gets a wonderful accent of piss green. Alolan Sandslash still does and always will look like Sonic the Hedgehog. And now for a lightning round of unchanging shinies. Beartic doesn't change very much. Glaceon stays pretty much the same. Dugong is nigh unnoticeable. Frostmoth is... oh wait, look at the eyes. Whew, close call there. And Regice's colors looked a lot more distinct in Gen 3. And last but not least, Spheal. Just the best. In general, the best. The fancy world of shiny frog Pokemon. And tadpoles and toads too. Bulbasaur, the original frog, gets a nice green color. When it becomes Ivysaur, the yellow accents become prevalent. And Venusaur's flower blooms into a glorious yellow color. Froakie and Frogadier become nearly white, but Greninja becomes a harsh black color. But you already knew that, didn't you? Poliwag and Poliwhirl don't change that much, but Poliwrath gets an odd green color. But alternatively, Politoed gets the colors of cotton candy. Dimple gets a nice gold color. Palpitoad gets a lighter blue with a complementary orange. And Seismitoad doubles down, turning nearly cyan color, keeping some almost dirty orange looking accents. Croagunk and Toxicroak have pretty different standard colors, but the same shiny coloration. Tadbulb's shiny is disappointing, but luckily Bellibolt picks up the slack, especially with those red accents. Now Lotad. I don't quite know how to classify this guy. He's based off of a Kappa, which is a Japanese yokai, and yet the Tad part of its name probably comes from tadpole? Either way, here's a shiny. Looks pretty cool. Gen 2 is the origin of the ever-present shiny Pokemon. However, many shinies that were introduced back then are very different to the ones we have now. Pretty much everyone knows about Charizard, being purple with green wings. This color scheme even got referenced in Smash Bros. Today though, Charizard has that legendary jet black color scheme that the Pokemon Company won't stop pushing. Rattata's pretty interesting because before its green shiny that we know of today, it had a gray looking color scheme. That would look so much nicer than the one we have now, honestly. Tons of people love blue shinies, and did you know Swinub used to have one before it turned green? Piloswine, however, always always did have a yellow color to it. Everyone knows of Ponyta's iconic blue flames, but did you know that they used to be gray? Now, Togepi's a weird case. Okay, hear me out. The spots on Togepi's egg were red and black in the original sprite, with the shiny form turning them black and blue. Now, I don't know what to consider this. I mean, this is a mock-up of what it would look like today, I guess. Now, Smeargle's crystal sprites are just straight up incorrect, with them swapping from today. What goes through Game Freak's heads? I'm genuinely curious. The colorful world of shiny cat Pokemon. Meowth's pink accents are nice. Now, Persian. You know the shiny's bad because people debate whether or not Giovanni has a shiny one or not. Mew gets a nice soft blue, while Mew's sequel gets a strange green color. Skitty's changes are slight, where the sprite version used to have a hot pink, and Delcatty just kind of takes Skitty's colors. The Shinx line gets a fitting electric yellow. Purloin gets a nice moody color scheme. Too bad Liepard just kind of throws that away. Not a bad shiny, it's just a downgrade. You guys remember Litleo and Pyroar? Well, I almost didn't. Yeah, they sure have shinies. Esper is a cat. That's a weird-looking cat outside. And both Meowsticks have really nice creamy colors. The whole Litten line swaps out their blacks for whites, making for one of the best shiny starters. Berserker's yellow with black accents strangely works for me. People don't really like the Sprigatito line, but the soft lavender accents really make it for me. Now, I've been pretty harsh to Solgaleo in the past. That's not gonna change. This shiny makes my eyes hurt. I guess Necrozma Duskmane does look pretty cool, though. It's got Vaporwave colors. How can I hate that?
Also, Glammeow, Purugly, and Trubbish have cool shinies.
The Candescent World of Shiny Canine Pokemon. Part 1, because there's just so many of these guys. Growlithe gets a really nice yellow color, with Arcanine making it ever so slightly more vibrant. See? You can barely tell. Yamper strangely gets a pink hue, and then Boltund gets... what is that, lime? And like, wine purple? Furfrou gets a really nice black with all of its alternate cuts giving it cool accent colors. Fido got put in the oven for a bit, and Doxbun gets a cinnamon flavor. Greaver gets a pretty nice golden tone, so I don't know why Houndstone throws it away to look like this. Fennekin, of course, has a really nice shiny, but not a lot of people talk about Braixen and Delphox, who also have pretty nice colors. I mean, they're different, but still cool. Vulpix's autumn colors look really cool, and Ninetales? Yeah, that's probably one of the best shinies. Looking past the whole, uncatchable Poochyena thing, it and Mightyena have really nice shinies. Now, Zygarde's 10% form gets the brilliant colors of Crest 3D White Brilliance Blast, blasting away all stains and bacteria that cause bad breath. Stay tuned for part 2. The Candescent World of Shiny Canine Pokemon, Part 2. I don't think Nickit and Thief will get the respect that they deserve. They have really nice shiny forms. The whole Rockruff family each has a different shade of blue, all of which looking really nice. Snubbull has a really pale lavender with pink accents. Looks good. So why did Granbull do this? Electrike gets a blue color, not dissimilar to its evolution, but Manectric gets a really cool black and yellow color scheme. Riolu and Lucario have pretty alright shiny. Hey, someone pointed out that Mega Lucario looks like he has a jean jacket. What a cool guy. Houndour and Houndoom's shiny colors are actually based on what dogs see. I thought that was pretty neat. Zorua and Zoroark shinies don't need any introduction. They're awesome. Plus their Hisuian forms, yeah, it's peak. Mastiff's shiny's cool, and I can't look at my boss the same way ever again. Arvin. The Lillipup line has some simple but effective changes, and Zacian and Zamazenta get more unified color schemes, but they look really cool like that. Now, before anyone yells at me, I'm going to talk about the evolutions, the legendary beasts, and like Absol another time, because they don't fit into either cat or dog molds, okay? Got it? Have a good one. The titillating world of shiny turtle Pokemon. Squirtle doesn't look like he changes that much, but turn him around and you see his green shell. Wartortle's a bit better with the orange front side, but the green shell thing still applies here. And Blastoise, alongside getting a purple tone, also has the green shell. He's showing it right there, though, so we're fine. Shuckle's blue is super bold and beautiful. Torkoal's shiny is surprisingly really good with a nice yellow color, and its shell becomes the colors of Fiery Path, which is where you find it in Gen 3. Is that lore right there? Turtwig, more like turquoise. Grottle, more like grotquoise. These colors do not look very good on Grottle. Torterra gets a really nice earthy color scheme, but in Diamond and Pearl it had turquoise as well. Tortuga's shell becomes gray, while Caracosta becomes just a little bit darker. That's it. I don't really know what to think about Turtonator's shiny. I just wish it was blue or something. Choodle's shiny looks pretty familiar, but then Dreadnought's shiny is way further removed from Bowser. Now Terrapagos isn't available yet, so we can only speculate as to what its shiny's gonna be. For all I know, it could be this. The charismatic world of shiny crustacean Pokemon. Krabby gets a really nice looking yellow, while Kingler gets a very not nice looking green. Why this shade specifically? I know horseshoe crabs aren't actually crabs or crustaceans, but whatever, let me have this. Kabuto is a bit of a step up with a more appealing looking green, and Kabutops goes all the way with a radioactive color. Corphish gets a slightly washed out magenta tone, and Crawdon gets slightly washed out in general. Anorith gets a nice beige, but Armaldo, oh, I really wish it still looked like this. Dwebel's more red tone looks pretty nice. And Crustle joins Espeon in the Misunderstood Green Shinies Club. Clauncher's shiny's really good. He's a Dr. Zoidberg. Clawitzer's great too. I think the blue accents really make this one. Crabrawler's shiny's inspired by the traditionally red boxing gloves. And Crabominable still exists. Yep. Both Wimpod and Golisopod get white bodies with really nice accent colors. Cloth gets a wonderful sky blue. Binacle and Barbaracle have pretty okay shinies. What? Barnacles are crustaceans. But hands sure aren't, so I don't know what to make of this anymore. The gripping world of shiny ground-type Pokemon. Good old Diglett gets a blue nose. Rhyhorn gets a really nice copper color, but unfortunately its evolution doesn't quite follow suit. Golurk's more muted colors with the green accents looks legendary. Gligar gets a really nice blue color, but for some reason in Pokemon Platinum only, the colors are way less distinct. Wooper is Wooper. Excadrill's red body with blue accents looks really cool. Flygon's shiny's really cool, switching out the dark green and red for blue and orange. Steelix gets a striking gold color that's always looked really nice. Stunfisk is a weird Pokemon, but the blue accents on its shiny look really cool. Groudon gets a kinda disgusting looking yellow, but its primal form gets a fantastic black, redeeming itself. Swampert shiny is a fantastic pink color, and this is my formal apology to Zygarde. I'm sorry for calling you toothpaste. Especially in your complete form, your white is very striking and beautiful. The dapper world of shiny dragon Pokemon. Kingdra gets a bold purple, and Drampa gets a really soft orange tone. The whole Axew line gets a variety of colors, all of which looking pretty good, especially Haxorus. Look at that guy. Applin becomes a Granny Smith, or I guess the apple is the shiny, because Applin's just inside the apple. Latios is... wait. Why is it yellow? Is it sick or something? Noivern's mint green with red accents looks really nice. Goodra gets the color of French vanilla ice cream. Ampharos is not a dragon type, but its Mega Evolution is, and it rocks a pink color. Time for a bit of education here. Alolan Exeggutor, with its more yellow stalk and red top, is pretty reminiscent of date palm trees. The palm trees that grow dates. Now, you might remember when I asked you this. Is the picture on screen actually shiny Garchomp? Well, time to finally reveal the answer. That was a shiny Garchomp. The differences between them in Gens 4 and 5 are even more minimal than nowadays. The brilliant and majestic world of shiny butterfly and moth Pokemon. Butterfree's shiny changes quite a bit, but it might have been a little bit better if they went with the pink color that was in the anime that one time. Venomoth, you know, for only appearing in 3 regional dexes, has a genuinely phenomenal shiny color. Jumping ahead to Gen 3, there's Beautyfly with a more muted color scheme, and Dustox, whose wings go from green to brown, thus making it further removed from the Japanese Lunamoth. Look how pretty this thing is. Masquerain is part water bug, part moth, and its shiny gets a green hue. Mothin was blessed with some gorgeous blue accents on its shiny. Volcarona's current shiny isn't bad, but I really wish it was as vibrant as it was in Gen 5. Vivion's a bit odd. Considering its gimmick is about having different patterns and colors on its wings, they were kind of limited as to what they could do with its shiny, so sadly it doesn't change very much. Frostmoth might look a bit similar at first, but its eyes and wings get a nice green hue. Slitherwing gets the more vibrant shiny that I wish Volcarona had, and last we have Iron Moth. It's not awful, I guess, but it's still a Paradox Pokemon, so of course...
everything is chrome in the future!
The regal world of shiny rock-type Pokemon. Probopass gets an alright looking yellow color. Relicanth gets an almost teal color, making it look even more like some sort of map. Geodude gets a fantastic gold color, and Graveler... wait, what's it? Oh. Colossal's body gets the appearance of diamonds. Carbink is literally diamonds, and its darker body looks phenomenal. The only thing about Hisui and Avalugg that changes is its mandibles, and I'll say it, it looks pretty bad. Shiny Gigalith looks really cool with the blue crystals. There was a glitch though that made the crystals still glow orange when it was attacking, but surprisingly it looks pretty cool there too. Onyx gets a kind of gross green color, but luckily Steelix... wait a second. Stonjourner is someone's favorite Pokemon, right? Its shiny's not bad. Corsola gets a lovely blue color. Hisui and Growlithe is really nice, and Arcanine isn't half bad either. Garganical gets a nice soft orange, and Regirock becomes a more earthy brown, really living up to its rock typing. It looks pretty nice, I think, but